Hey everyone, welcome back to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. And on today's video, I am back with another Arcade1up rumor. And no, this is not about a new cab or a new machine from them, but it is about one that we've known about for a couple of months now. And that would be the NBA Jam Shaq Edition, right? Now this cab we know was announced earlier this year, actually Super Bowl weekend. They announced this one, and let's not get into that whole fiasco. Let's just move on. But here is the what just came up yesterday. And this is user RWTD Burn on Reddit, who is claiming that NBA Jam Shaq Edition will be available for pre-order May 2nd. And I believe that is next Tuesday? No, I'm sorry, Monday. So that means it will be available this coming Monday from Arcade1up. So if you go to the Arcade1up site right now and you look at the NBA Jam Shaq Edition, it still just has the notify me button here. There's no indication at all that this is going to be coming up for order or pre-order or whatever it turns out to be on Monday. So I don't know where this user got their information, but it is out there. So I figured I would put this out there as well. And if it turns out to be right, cool. Now, hang on a second. He is actually saying, well, he is saying pre-order. So that we still don't know exactly when it will ship, whether that means, it will be available to order and you'll get it within a couple of weeks, or if this is going to be like the Dragon's Lair and it's going to be a pre-order and it's still not going to ship till summertime or something. So I guess we'll just have to keep an eye out for Monday and see what happens. But I just want to take a minute and I want to talk about this NBA Jam Shaq Edition, all right? And this is it right here. And first thing I want to do is I want to just compare this version to the old version. So let me do this. Okay, guys, so here we go. So I brought this up so that I could have the two side by side. And in the smaller box here, this is the original NBA Jam, and this is the Shaq Edition. So let's just compare some of the features. And on the original, this is all going to be the same between the two officially licensed 4-player controls, Wi-Fi control, and the new one actually says Wi-Fi Live and crossplay with Arcade1up's original NBA Jam game machine, no monthly subscription required. So that's an interesting thing. Let me just talk about that for a second. So if you get the new one, you will have crossplay with the original NBA Jam. Does that mean they are going to update the original to go back the other way? So if I have an original cab and I go on and my buddy's got the new one, will I see him online and be able to play with him? Or does he have to initiate the play session to me? That's an interesting distinction. And I'm not totally sure how that's going to work. I would hope that the original gets some kind of an update so that it can see the new one as well, so that the crossplay is both ways. But I don't know. It could be that the guys on the new one have to initiate play with the guys who own the old one. We'll have to wait and see. Original artwork, which funny enough this one does not say, because we know that the Shaq Edition has that Shaq art on it. Riser, this one doesn't have a riser. Light up marquee, they both have light up marquees. 17-inch color LCD display versus a new 19-inch screen, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Good construction, real feel arcade, blah, 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 list, volume control, all that kind of stuff, all the same. Let's talk about the dimensions real quick. The new one, they don't show the full dimensions, but let's talk about the height for a minute. So the original was 57.8, almost 58 inches tall, whereas the new one is 67 inches tall. So, obviously, this being what they're, what we're considering an XL cab, has that extra height to it, meaning it won't need the riser. And again, that's 50, let me clarify, that's 58 inches with riser. So you're looking at another 10 inches on the new one versus the old one, basically. All right. And the weight, again, the original was 88 pounds. The new one is 99 pounds. So the new one is almost 10 pounds heavier than the original as well, which is something for people to keep in mind. Now, having done that, let me go back to the Shaq Edition, and let's just talk about this 19-inch screen for a minute, shall we? So here's the thing about the screen, all right? So the first real XL cab that actually hit the market and came out and people got it into their hands was the Golden Tee. And we know from people who've gotten it and talked about it, and the reviewers who bought one and talked about it on YouTube, that 19-inch screen isn't great. When you're head on looking at it and playing, it looks fine. But as soon as you kind of go to the left or to the right or back, it washes out. It looks, faded and washed out, and the colors are all weird on it and all. And that's not, it's one thing for a game like Golden Tee, where for the most part you're one person playing it and you're standing in front of it and you're playing, and the screen looks great, apparently, when you're just up at it playing it. Now, I have said that I feel like Golden Tee is a multiplayer cab, even though you're not playing it at the same time. But you're there with your 2 or 3 buddies, you got your beers, you're hanging out, and one person's going, and the other guys are behind or off to the side watching you play, waiting their turn. So they're having trouble watching while you're playing, or if they're off to the sides. Now you come to a cab like NBA Jam, which is a 4-player cab. Are those guys all the way to the left and all the way to the right going to have trouble playing this game? I would think they might. And I think Arcade1up has actually proved that this monitor is the same monitor from Golden Tee. And all we have to do is look at the pictures. So let's go back to the website. And here's the new NBA Jam. And here's looking at it head on. And that looks great. It's black. The colors are fine. I mean, I know it's just it's just the logo and everything here, but that looks fine. You come back a little bit, and this is from like a little bit of a downward angle, and you can kind of start to see how it looks, At this angle, not so bad. Looks okay. But look at this. Now you're further to the side and down, and you can really start to see that same issue that Golden Tee had. You can see the washout. You can see the kind of a purplish, bluish purple tint to it when you're off to the side. I mean, like I said, compare that to this. This looks much better. As soon as you go here, you can see that tint to it, that washed out tint. And again, even here, you're head on, but from a lower angle. You can see how washed out that screen looks. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Arcade1up is doing themselves, any service putting these pictures up, to be quite honest with you. That looks fine. That doesn't look too bad there. Well, no, I take it back. You can really see it. You can see it in the players' faces here. I take it back. As soon as you get off on an angle, I mean, head on, great. As soon as you get off on those angles, man, you can see it. You can see how washed out it is. So, guys, that's really it. That's kind of all I wanted to say. I just wanted to put it out there that people are saying that this is going to drop for pre-order on Monday, May 2nd. And I wanted to let people know. And I wanted to do just a quick comparison, old to new, and I wanted to talk about that screen. Now, I gotta say, that screen, where it didn't bother me so much on Golden Tee, again, for the reasons I said, that for the most part, you're one person playing it. If your friends off the side can't see as well, oh well, they'll be able to see fine when it's their turn. But for a game that's meant to be a 4-player game, if you're that player to the far left and to the far right, and that screen looks washed, it's not going to be fun to play. NBA Jam isn't like a huge need for me. I would say if the original drops in price when this new one comes out, if we start to see like Simpsons levels deals on NBA Jam, I might pick one up. It's a fun game. They've definitely always been fun games. But with this screen, I'd rather have the original than this one. To be honest, I'd rather have the original. So it's going to be interesting to see when people actually do order these, they start to get them, they start to talk about them, how that screen plays out. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking, but I don't know. Those screenshots aren't doing it any justice, to be quite honest. I think, before they get to that Killer Instinct Pro, they got to find a new screen. They got to, because people are not going to pay $1,000 for that screen. They're just not. And that's another thing. We don't know the price on this yet. Now, my guess is it's going to be what Golden Tee was, that it's going to be right around $700. That's my guess. Okay, they might surprise. They might go 600. They might go 650. In the same range that Dragon's Lair. But Dragon's Lair is not an XL cab. Dragon's Lair is a normal 3/4 size cab with riser. This is these new XL machines. They're going to be a higher price. We saw that with Golden Tee. So my guess is this is going to drop at $700. And you know what? I may be back with another video on Monday talking about it after it drops. We'll see. But like I said, I just wanted to get this out there. Let you guys know that it looks like on Monday, May 2nd, these are going to drop for pre-order. We'll find out the price then. We'll find out, well, we may not find out exactly when it's going to ship. They may do, like I said, they may do a Dragon's Lair and they may say pre-order now for a late summer release. And we'll just have to wait and see when it actually ships. But, let me know in the comments. Is this something you're interested in? Are you like me? You like the idea of an XL cab, but man, they got to find a new monitor for them. Because that, to me, in this one, it's a deal breaker. For sure. You can't have a 4-player game with that washed out screen for those players on the far sides. You can't. It's not going to be fun to play. That's just my personal opinion. But again, guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. And I will stop it here because I've already rambled on too long about this. And yeah, that's it. So again, if you are subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, if you're checking me out for the first time, go ahead and click that subscription button. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put a new video out. Give this video a thumbs up. And feel free to share it wherever you think it may be appropriate, all right? That is it for now, and I will be back again soon. Have a great day. Take care.